we will learn how we can use Power Automate to add an actions to our Power Virtual Agents. Also, we will see how we can create a topics from existing support that we have it from the Power Virtual Agents. And for sure, while I'm explaining to you, we will do a live demo to show you how we can do all this stuff. So in case if you didn't attend or watch the previous session, let me give you a quick like a quick intro about Power Virtual Agents. So Microsoft Power Virtual Agents actually it's a tool from Microsoft that will help you and will help your team to create a powerful puts that through no code graphical interface. So if you don't have any idea about the IT or coding and you would like to create any chatbot, so Power Virtual Agents is the right tool that from Microsoft will help you and actually will allows you to use the benefits of Boot without having to rely on data scientists or developers even. So let's assume that you have a huge team or a huge organization and you don't have a developers or you don't have an option to hire a developer. So with Power Virtual Agents, it's no code, low code that will help you to develop your skills and even to build your own chatbot in easiest way. And in our previous session, actually, we went through the Power Virtual Agents and from where should we sign and what kind of things that we can do. So Power Virtual Agents actually will help you to make and creating puts quick and simple. This is the powerful things actually with Power Virtual Agents. And actually it's include different features. So if we want to know what kind of features that we had, I'm going to summarize it in a quick way. So the first thing actually, which is what we will learn today, you can use a Power Automate flow and add it directly to the topics that you have it within Power Virtual Agents. And most of us actually, we are using a Power Automate to automate or send a notification or a lot of things that actually we are using Power Automate for our application, for our dashboard, for different scenarios. So we have this functionality that we can use a Power Automate within our Power Virtual Agents. Also, we can pass a conversations to a live agent. So for example, if I have the chatbot and we have a specific question that we added to our topic, which is I will show it to you shortly. What if we need a help from specific person? So we can do this actually by using a by using a Power Automate within Power Virtual Agents. And also we can automate topic creation. So for example, if I want to extract a specific content from existing support pages or another questions pages that I have it on my SharePoint. So you can do all this stuff by using a Power Automate within Power Virtual Agents as an action. So what we will learn today, we will open now a Power Virtual Agents and we will do some things by using a Power Automate. Let's see what kind of things that we can do here. So as we know, if you want to sign up for free, you can go to Power Virtual Agents and start to build your first a chatbot. And from there, you can add a different topic. So as we can see here on our previous session, I created my what we call it, my chatbot. Actually, I call it Agent 008 under my environment. And from there, you have a different things. We have a topics, we have a analytics, we have entities, a lot of things, publish and manage. So within topics, you can create what kind of conversation that you want to have between you and the end user that they're gonna use it. So we build the first one, we call it test, or let us try to build our first one again. So in case if you don't know how to build or to add a new topic. And what I want to highlight here, the powerful things with Power Virtual Agents, you can run different topics. For example, I have here a lesson already built in within Power Virtual Agents. So when you start to sign in, by default, you would be able to see all these things by it's built in actually. And here you can turn it on, you can turn it off, and it's like an examples that will help you to start to build your own and learn how it's work. So what we will do now, if I want to create a new topic, it means a new conversation. Like what kind of a question that I'm expecting to receive from my users, and what should I answer them if they ask these questions. So first, I will click on a new topic, and from there, you need to name your topic. For example, a new topic test for the session. Okay. And you can call it here any other name, which is optional here. I will call it agent 008. What? 008, sorry. And if you have any description that you would like to add it, so if anyone part of this Power Virtual Agents and they wanted to work on it or add something here, you can add your description here. So what we will add here, like what kind of a trigger that we want to add here. Like, for example, let me try to add myself. Okay. Delete. For example, here, you remember what we did on last session? Like what kind of questions that we can, maybe we can receive it or we can expect to receive it from the user. This is the place actually. You cannot move forward until you add a trigger. A trigger, it means when the user add similar words or something similar to this one, the conversation will start. So for example, here, what I will be able to add here, or what I'm thinking to add here, like, hello, agent. So this is the first trigger. Second, the trigger, you can add as much as you want, actually. And what they mention here, you can start with 5 to 10, actually. So if you don't have that much, so you can add 5, you can add 10. So second one, like, can I get a quick support? What we can add also, hello May. Maybe what we can add, like, good good day agent 008. So it depends on where you will publish your chatbots. Actually, you need to think about what kind of a question. It doesn't mean that every time you need to have like hello May or can I get a quick support and all this stuff. You don't need always to add this stuff. It depends on the subject. It depends on where you will publish it or about what kind of topic that you will be able to publish it and ask the user to ask a question. For example, if I have an application related to study plan and I want the user to go there and ask their questions related to the exam if I'm a teacher. So what kind of a question? For example, when we will have the next quiz, what time our exam will happen, all this stuff. So based on your example, you can add your trigger here. And from there, actually, you can save the topic. And once you save it, let me show you what you need to do now. I have the triggers, but how it will work, what kind of things that supposed to happen, like what kind of answers that I would like to add it there. So after saving the topic, you will be able to see here if you are receiving any error. So here it shows me topic saved. It means we are in a saved place. So what I need to do now, I need to go in more details, structure my chatbots and see what kind of answers that I would like to add. So I will add here, go from here. And once you click on it, you will be able to see this one. It's similar to the Power Automate, similar structure. It's easy to use. You don't need to be an expert within encoding the stuff. So the first step here, we have a trigger phases, okay, which is what kind of things that we will be able to receive from the user, and based on it, we will be able to send them a message. Like if I received any one from this trigger, I will send them like, hello. This is, for example, this is agent 008. How can I help you? Okay. Now the questions. What I mentioned today that we can add a Power Automate, right? And we can integrate it there. So for example, from here, you can add another things, right? We have ask questions, like if you want to ask any other question and you would like to get a response from the user, you can add all this stuff. Like you can show a message, you can even redirect to another topic. That's really cool because you can, as I mentioned at the beginning, you can build a different topics, like one topic about like about how they can get a support on the application. Second topic about like from where should they find the documents or all this stuff. So you can redirect the another topic based on the question, based on the trigger, based on the message. So, but how can I use a Power Automate? How can I add a Power Automate here? What you can do, you can call something here, we call it call an action. And once you click on it, actually, you will be able here to see like create a flow or Power Virtual Agents flow template. So let's start. If you want to use the template that already built in Power Automate, and this is really something really cool, especially if you don't have an idea how to use it, I really suggest for you to use the second one. Or you can create something from a blank. So you can click here, create from template. And creating from template, it means you already have a template that will help you. You just need to add the value and you just need to add a variable that you have it. So let me remove it and let us try to add something else, which is the second one. Second one, which is create a flow. I'm going to click on a create a flow. And once I click on a create a flow, a new page or a new tab will open for me, which is Power Automate. And from there, I will be able to create my Power Virtual Agents flow template that we have it already built in. But you need to think about what kind of input that you are waiting from the user and what kind of values that you want to return back. So for example here, when the users submit their questions from here, which is like good day agent 008, I'm going to send them a message, right? And after this message, I'm looking for an action, which is this one. The Power Virtual Agent supposed to take an input from the user, right? Which is I'm going to ask the user to add like their maybe city, for example, or maybe it depends on the topic. For example, here we can add a city. Maybe if you have another topic you want to talk about, you can add it there. And what kind of things that you want to return back. For example, here, I would like to return back like maybe I would like to return a city name and the value that I would like to return back. Let me add it here, city, which is here, which is this one. Actually, this is the one. Like, for example, nice city. I'm trying to make it really simple, but in fact, you can use it in other scenarios, in complicated scenario. For example, the example that we have it on our Microsoft Learn, which is the one that I added to Meetup under the references, you will be able to send, for example, if you want to ask them about the weather, or if they want to ask you about the weather, and actually you don't know every time we have a new weather, right? So it's like you need to get the resources from other system, which is we have here something related to the weather, which is let me try to add it here. I think we call it, I'm not sure about the name. Yeah, MSN weather. So you can add it here, get the forecast for today, for example. And what if I want to ask the user, give me your city, and after I get your city, I will be able to give you what we call it the weather or the forecast for today. So you can use it in similar way or another way. Maybe you want to use a SharePoint. Maybe the user, they are asking about if you are working within the huge company and they are asking about specific documents, like if they wanted to move it from one field to another field, what they can do. So, and you have a SharePoint documents with a lot of files, and it's really hard for you to add it manually on your triggers or on your messaging, right? So the best practice is to use a Power Automate to go there, take the input from the user, and from there, use a SharePoint, add an action, and return the value. So here you are getting the input from the user, like the city or whatever you are waiting from them. And you are returning the value from the user that you are working with. So based on the action, based on the trigger that you are adding to your Power Automate. Then what you need to do, actually, you need to save it. And once you save it, you need to go back. Let me go back just a minute. Here we go. So after you save it, make sure it's saved and you get this message that your flow is ready to go. Go there and try to save this one and try to add it again. So what we will do, we will wait until we get the green message, topic save. What I will be able, I will add an action here. And from there, we have another flow here, which is this one. This one, actually, I get it from the previous example. So if you already build a different things, you will be able to get it here. So what I will do, I will change the name, which is a new flow test. So I will be able to recognize the right one. Just a minute. So here we go. Let me try to see if I can get the updated one now. Here we go. This is the new one. And you can open it from there or you can add it. For example, here, Power Automate input, it's a city. So what I'm really asking here to add an input from the user, right? Like, what's the city? And once they add it, I will give a value which is about that. It's like a nice city or something. So let me try to delete this one and add the previous one that I built it. I hope that it will work. Let us test it out. Let me try if I can add the city here. Okay, let me try to save it now and see what will happen. Here we go. We need to have an input here, so that's why we are getting an error. Action node must be as an input. So what we need to do, let me try to add an action here, just a minute. Or maybe what we can ask them, like, I'm just trying to see why we are not getting the city here. We're supposed to have a drop down menu here actually with the variable, and from there we are able to see. So here we're supposed to see the variable here actually, but let me go back to the floor somewhere. I have it here, so I will be able to check the previous one. Just a minute. So from there, we will be able to see, let me go back. So by the way, if you want to check your flow, you can go to your Power Automate from there, My Flow, and you can see like desktop flow if you have like a business flow, shared cloud flows. So you don't have, it's strange that I don't have. So let me go back. It's a new environment for me, that's why. But I supposed to have my Power Virtual Agents flow here somewhere, but for some reason, maybe it's under shared with me. We are not able to see it here. Anyways, let me go back and let me go to the previous topic that I created before. Okay, which is this one, and I'm gonna test it out. Let me open it and see what will happen. And if you want to test it out, you need to go to this page to see. Okay, and let me to add an action here. There is something missing actually, but let me try to test it out. Okay, still we are having. Let me try to add here, like it show me input must have a value. It's really strange. So let's try to test it out here. So from here, actually, you will be able to test your chatbot actually, and you can see what kind of message that the user they're gonna send. For example, if I add need help, maybe they can add just need, and you will be able to receive a different topics or different. So here we go. There is a problem. Now it's not working with us. You know why? Because if your chatbot here, it's not all green and you are seeing some error, it will not work with you. So for example, if I remove this one, let me delete it and let me save it again. You need to save it actually. And from there, let me add like need help. Cool. Now it's working fine because there is no error. But if we have any error in case, so what you need to do, just need to fix it out. Okay, now let me try to add any message that I don't have it, like not hello, like good, maybe good day. Let's see what will happen. Cool. Now we are receiving like evaluation. Actually, here we are reassigned to another topic, which is another topic here. We have it, it's on. That's why maybe within any other topic that we have it on, we have a good day. And if it's good day, it means within some topics, I'm not sure which topic, that we are sending the survey. So for example, if I put 4, now we are having this message and how can I help you and all this stuff. And now we are able to reassign to another topic, if you can see here, which is this one. By default, while you are testing your Power Virtual agents, actually, you can reassign between any topics that you turn it on. So be careful. Sometimes, by mistake, you are turning on different topics, and while we are testing, you are receiving another topics or another feedback from other topics, and you don't know why, because actually you turn it on. So if you want to have only one topic, you just need to turn off everything. So let me turn off this one, turn off this one. I'm gonna keep only test one, and we will see what will happen, just to test it out to see what kind of things that we can have. And I'm gonna close this one and this one. Also this one. It will take time actually. Okay, cool. Now let's go to test. Oh, okay. Now we turn off everything. So let us add hi. What kind of message that we gonna receive? See, there is nothing. But if we turn on now test number 1, let me close this one. Okay, cool. And now let me add hi. I'm not sure what kind of topic. Okay, it's working fine. Now let me go back to test number 1. And let us add the action by using. Now, as we mentioned that we already have our Power Virtual, or sorry, our Power Automate. Let me add some action here. Before adding an action or before sending specific things to Power Automate, I would like to ask the user a question. You remember when we get an error, actually we get an error because we don't have the variable city. So what I will do here, for example, I'm gonna ask the user, what city maybe do you live in? Maybe in your scenario, it's not about city or it's not about forecast or weather. So here you can add city, right? Because it's a city name. And our variable here, it's this one. You can change it if you want. You can add a name. After this one, after you create or you save whatever we are receiving from the user as a city, you will add your action, which is this one. That's why we get an error actually in the previous one, because we don't have a variable here. So we don't have an answer. So what I need to do, I will add the previous one. And now we're supposed to see, cool. Now we are seeing this variable, which is here, this one, as a drop-down menu. Let me click on this one. You can rename it if you want. And after all this, you need to save it. Hopefully it will work now. I hope so. So let's see. Now it's topic saved and it's working. So now what we will test this one. So I'm gonna send a question, or I'm gonna send need help, the first trigger. And from there, cool, now it's working. I supposed to receive like what city we received, hello, how I can help you. Then I received the second one, what city do you live in? And the powerful things with Power Virtual Agents, you can see where you are now if you are testing actually. And from there, I'm gonna name any city. I hope that we have a Dammam under MSN forecast. I'm not sure. Dammam, it's a city within actually within Saudi Arabia. So I think there is a problem with Power Automate. So there is something is happening within my Power Automate, and I need to test it out. So, but you can test it out from your side. I'm not sure about the MSN forecast, if it's working with the mom city or something. I don't know. I tested even before it was not working. I need to test it out maybe with other city later on. But it's not about only using this for a city or for a weather. You can use it with different scenario. But we understand why we get an error before, because we added our action, we build our flow, but we forget to ask the user a question that they can provide us like a city name, or they can provide us a value that we can save it under a specific variable, and from there the flow will be able to run. So now we can see that we can use a Power Automate in different scenario. I know Power Virtual Agents will help you to answer your end user questions, but sometimes you need to do some actions. And it's really hard to do all these actions manually or to list it out within the triggers that we have it within Power Virtual Agent. So the best practice for you is to use a Power Automate to send a document, to send a specific information from a third party system, if it's like if you have this functionality. So a lot of cool stuff that you can do it with Power Virtual Agents. So this is what we learned today. We learned like how we can add a Power Virtual Agents in Power Automate, sorry, in Power Virtual Agents, what kind of functionality that we can have. I tried my best to explain it in easiest way, because I'm not sure if you don't have an IT background. So as I mentioned, it's really helpful tool for you. What I really suggest for you, try to test it out, try to build your own topic, try to play around with it, see how it will work. Maybe you can build your own Power Automate and add it there, and try to see what kind of things that you can add. A lot of cool stuff that you can add it. So in upcoming session, we will have another topic, or we will talk about Power Virtual Agents, but let me check what we will talk about. Actually, let me try to open Power what we call it, my meetup, and we can see what kind of topic. Yeah. So upcoming session will be on a Tuesday, 23rd of November. We will be able to talk about how we can manage topics in Power Virtual Agents, which is all these topic. And we will go in more detail about how we can use the entities within the conversation, variables across the topics. Also, we will see how we can full pack topic rather than triggering or doing or adding a triggers here. So a lot of cool stuff that we will learn. So if you are interested, just make sure to register on the course. And if you have any question, just reach me out on my social media account, or you can add your question on Twitter, LinkedIn by using the Power Addicts hashtag. A lot of people there, they're gonna support you and answer your question. So thank you so much. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me.